And some of them have those antennas and things like that. And solar, what do you call that round thing? What are they called? Solar cell? I do not know exactly what they call. And the railway line on one side, very near. So used to shake, the house used to shake when train passed. But my father's house is now very dilapidated condition, because those who inherited, I think they haven't got the ability to do all the mending and renovating.
Why didn't you inherit the house?
As I was not there, I told my father to, it is called Benama. That means it is given under a condition that it is not really inheritance, not really a gift. But for the time being, I do not want to pay so much tax, or there is a possibility that concern has become extinct, and not extinct, but what it is called? Going bankrupt. And the people who are in charge of all this will call the big shareholders for payment of the debts and things like that. So he bought a lot of shares of a cotton mill which went bankrupt. So he was a bit afraid that they might tax his property. So I advised him to make this kind of conditional gift to my sister and her husband, as I will not be there. But I told him that when I return from foreign country, then he will make a will. After, by that time, we all know how we all stand. After 10 years roughly. So when he made this gift, we had the understanding that he will make a real will after I return. And when I returned, father died just 1 year before that. But he got my letter from Cuba that as soon as the Cuban crisis is over, I will be coming back. And most probably he talked about making a will to my sister's husband, because he fell down in the bathroom and broke. Generally, old people broke his, what it is called, I do not know, here, this place. And they never came and looked after him. So why? He must have talked then, because I got to read his diary, and there is clearly that he received my letter from Cuba, sending greetings for his birthday, and then he must have talked about making a will or something. So there must have been some misunderstanding between them. Otherwise, why they should not come? But that must have hurt him also. So after one whole week, then my mother went to the neighbor who is hired, what is it called? Who paid for the flat. What is it called?
Tenant.
Tenant. And so the tenants helped mother to get a doctor and all that. So I thought it must be that. The thing is that none of these people know that my brother, who had suffered from typhoid and had one portion of his body disabilitated. So when my father built the house, I helped him to build the house. Just because of my brother, I was supposed to have money to study up to MA. My grandfather, I was good at study. I passed first division with a vernacular V, you call it. And I was very annoyed with myself that I didn't get a G, that is geography, because I was very good at geography. I expected to get a G, but I didn't get a G just for a few marks. Anyhow. So I took this physical training course in order to be able to get a job and earn money so that the brothers family and brother can live. But brother used to get his head clear now and then. And he realized his condition.
How do you mean with head cleared? How do you mean?
After the typhoid, his head was also not very clear. I mean, time to time it became okay, but he used to get muddled. So he realized his situation and he committed suicide. So there my duty towards my brother was finished. Then, of course, I married and I went away. I stayed in Calcutta for some years. Then Ture got that job in Ceylon. Engurag got a project. And we went away to Ceylon.
How does that make you feel?
Pardon?
How does it make you feel about your brother's suicide? And like, was it hard?
How does it make?
How does it feel?
Well, now, no, I was never very much concerned about it. When Omeo did this, when Omeo took mother away from the house, then of course I was very angry with him and started a law case against him, because it was the condition in that deed of gift that mother will stay in that house and receive the tenant's fees. So that was very bad thing he did. Because I came back to look after mother. I arranged with Ture. Ture was all the time going about,
Who is Turi?
my husband. So it was the same whether I was in Stockholm or I was in Calcutta. He's all the time going about,